Shalom Akim, all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, doing the work in truth and sincerity. This is a real quick video, basically talking about gold, silver, and in these times to come, with the collapse of America, basically, your eyes, one of the things that you should be circumspect about is the currency that's going to be used. A while back, the apostles was like, hey, if you can do it, invest in gold and silver. Gold is, of course, hard to come by. They call silver the poor man's gold, Well, and, of course, you got a lot of different currencies trying to rear their heads. Bitcoin is one of them. And I kind of want to, put a little focus on it. And I want to play a couple of minutes of this video by the Kaiser Report on RT. And the Kaiser Report, ran by Max Kaiser, and I think her name is Gwen Stacy, the one you see on the screen. And they are financial people. And of course, mostly Max Kaiser supports Bitcoin, but I want you to hear what Gwen Stacy says, And then I'm going to get a scripture and I'm going to end it on that. So without further ado, let me play a little bit of this video.
World. So I think it's important. I saw a great tweet along that lines. I forget who it was, probably Dan Held, and he said that the dollar is 49 years old, the global reserve dollar standard. That's 49 years old. It's still an experiment. People act like, oh, Bitcoin is experimental, and yes, it is, but it's survived 11 years, and it gets harder and harder, whereas the US dollar gets softer and softer since it's 49 years. So, like 49 years ago, 47, 48 years ago, or 46 years ago, 45 years ago, in that sort of time period, you could have a Paul Volcker who could raise interest rates to 20% because the dollar was still hard. And the economy here, therefore, was still made of industrial production and wealth creation. Now, 50 years later, as of next year, we're soft. We have no more productive capacity. We have no industrial capacity. And so we can't even raise interest rates above 1%.
No, excellent point. I mean, the hardness of the dollar has reached jello-like consistency. And it's just not hard at all. It's
try hammering some jello to the wall. Like that's yeah. The US dollar. That's everybody. That's the Great Reset as well. Like they're trying to peg all these currencies and try to stabilize this global monetary system. And yet gold has been around for 5,000 years, unlike the dollar, which is only 49, almost 50 years old. Gold has held its value for 5,000 years. Bitcoin is an experiment that looks like it's displacing gold and could eat some of its lunch. However, I don't think gold is not going the way of the dollar, that's for sure.
No, not at all. But
so, you heard what they said. One, the dollar has been around for about 50 years. Next year will be its 50-year anniversary, and it's crashing. If you try to nail jello to a wall, that shit is going to fall right on off, is basically what they're saying. The economy, the dollar is no more. And then, in the same breath, they also said Bitcoin is experimental. So you can say it'll last about the same as the dollar. However, they also went into the history of gold briefly. Gold has been around for over 5,000 years, and it's still going strong. And here's what the scriptures say. Genesis 13:2. And Abram, which was later named Abraham, and Abram was very rich in cattle, and in silver, and in gold. Because that will never change as far as carnal riches go. Cattle, meaning basically commodities, because you need things to sustain life like food. And that's basically what cattle is going into. Silver and gold has been the currency for millennia, For thousands and thousands of years, silver and gold has been the currency, and it will not stop. And I also briefly wanted to go into fiat definition. Fiat, a formal authorization or proposal, a decree. Number two, an arbitrary order. Then you get it from the Latin fierian, or and then fiat again, late Middle English, and it's let it be done, basically out of thin air. That's basically what it is. And then when you go to further definitions, a command or act of will that creates something without or as if without further effort. According to the Bible, the word was created by fiat. Nah, the Lord commanded, and that just happened. Basically, what it's saying, the Bible created by fiat, is what it's saying is the Lord being the ultimate, the Most High being the ultimate, said something and it happened. An authoritative determination dictate a fiat of conscience, the authoritative or arbitrary order decreed by the government by fiat. Now that's really the definition of it. An authoritative or arbitrary order decreed government by fiat. So the government basically just said, "Let it be so," and they made this dollar the currency, and it's backed by nothing. When you go to the further meaning, is gold fiat money. Fiat money is a government issued currency that isn't backed by a commodity which such as gold. That's the basic definition right there. A government issued currency that isn't backed by a commodity such as gold. Fiat money gives central banks greater control over the economy because they can control how much money is printed. One danger of fiat money is the governments will print too much, resulting in hyperinflation, which is coming. Yes, the dollar is done. If it's possible, invest in silver and gold. Bitcoin, it's going to do the same thing the dollar did. All they're trying to do with Bitcoin is link it with the mark of the beast, which is, basically internet currency, you can say. Bitcoin is basically an internet currency, a currency you can't touch or see, made by the internet. And one thing about the mark of the beast, which we know about, is basically it's going to be on a credit-based system, basically an internet currency. Bitcoin is one of them. So whatever internet currency they use is still going to be part of the mark of the beast. You can pretty much guarantee that gold and silver will not. And it's been proven over thousands of years. Gold and silver is going nowhere. However, the government now is trying to make a new fiat money, which is Bitcoin or whatever they associate with the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. So, I just wanted to bring a little attention to this crashing economy. Everybody seems to know that this dollar is done. Even the IMF, which keeps talking about the Great Reset, which is the reset of the current system, which it won't go in their favor. However, everybody seems to know this dollar is done, except for the American citizens for some reason. But whatever. So, in closing, I'm going to read the scripture again. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. And if you can't get it, hey, don't worry about it, because our faith is in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's where your faith should be lying right now. So with that, I'm going to close. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Karkodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.